Let's go, Randy. Let's go to work.
All right, these guys two shake hands. Let's first acknowledge that Randy Wright is definitely giving up some pounds.
There is a slight size disadvantage here.
But Randy Wright, he's game. He's ready.
He's definitely a game competitor.
You can tell Randy's the one trying to kind of initiate either a front headlock. He's engaging with his hands first.
But for sure, Rico is not going to back down. I had a chance to speak to him before the match as well, and although he is a pro belt in Jiu-Jitsu, he, believe it or not, does like to engage in leg locks. However, his explanation was the hip is bigger than the knee. So he is more of a catch wrestling submission artist.
Oh, boy.
I guess while these guys are hand fighting, Rico is not only competing with us, but he is the actual president of the National Grappling League.
Interesting.
Yeah, and he is his premiere event is going to be happening pretty soon. Hopefully, we hear more about it. He said he's been working on it for about 6 months, maybe close to a year. But I'm eager to see what happens.
Competitors still looking like they're feeling each other out here, trying to see what the other's going for. Strong tie up here. Good snap down. I'd like to see these two engage a little bit more.
Definitely is intimidating to sometimes get like that close to somebody, especially knowing if there's a size difference. I think that Randy is trying to initiate that first tie-up, but he does recognize that there is a size difference as far as...
Yeah, that's one of the things that Randy addressed before the match. He said he knows he's giving up about 60 pounds, and his objective is, one, survive. He knows his competitor is a high-level guy, and he also knows that he does not want to be on the bottom. And if he is, he does not want to be there for too long. As the more and more the match continues and he is not on top, will increase his chances of not coming out on top.
There is definitely a different, I think, mentality. You have to go into certain matches based on the person's body type. Like, you want to go for what you know you're best at, but when I'm in the training room, and especially being a female in Jiu-Jitsu, typically you're smaller than a lot of your opponents.
Of course.
So I'm very much like that same way entering when I'm wrestling against somebody that's 100 pounds heavier than me. I am not going to try to do takedowns with them necessarily. I'm going to try to sweep them from the bottom, because what we're seeing here with Randy is he is addressing that first, but he's kind of, I think, maybe hesitant to get underneath someone that does outweigh him by quite a bit.
Absolutely, I see that as well.
I typically will make it a point to definitely try my hardest not to be on the bottom at all, try not to get swept, make more of a point to stay up and on top. Use all of my body weight that I have against them.
Yeah, you gotta be tricky. It's the rock, paper, scissors. You got your mind, you got your speed, you got your strength. And when someone's definitely stronger than you, you don't want to go strength for strength. You gotta find another avenue. And I've got to roll with you. I've got to roll with guys like Randy and bigger. And even at my level, I gotta have a game plan. Because you guys have been training just as long, if not longer, sometimes, and you might have that the ability to outsmart anyone.
For sure. Jiu-Jitsu is definitely a technique sport. I don't agree with people when they say it's all technique, 'cause it's definitely not. If it was all technique, I would be easily subbing. Everybody. If it was all technique, but I do come up against some challenges with opponents that are outweighing me by like 60 to 100 pounds, even below that. It does make a big difference. So game plan is everything. I had to learn that it's pretty soon after competing. The first couple competitions, you go in and you're just ready to compete, and then one of my coaches was just like, you got to have a game plan. Like, what are you going to do from here? How are you going to piece together everything? And I had to answer that question. I was like, oh man, I don't really know. So like, once you figure out, all right, standing, what are my 2 takedowns that I'm ready to do? From mount, what are my 2 submissions that I'm going to do? Like, stick to those things, and having a more focused game plan is definitely more beneficial in your matches.
We're just under 2 minutes left in the match, and neither of these guys have ever have attempted a takedown. I've seen a few feints at the like an outside trip, but it seems here's Rico here is trying to set up a. Oh, he did have a Russian necktie, yeah. Now they're starting to. It looks like Randy might be wobbling on that left knee.
Yeah. Something
Hopefully he's not injured too bad. Looks like he's trying to.
It looks like the foot sweep really took a toll on Randy's knee.
He's really stepping on a ginger there. I hope he's okay. I also hope he knows that it's okay to discontinue if he's too injured to. Yeah, that's exactly what I predicted.
These gentlemen are fighting for a great cause. I guess we were right here, Sal. It looks like there's an injury to the left knee of Randy here. Not sure if he's going to be able to continue.
Obviously feeling it out just a little bit, deciding.
It looks like he's not going to be able to continue here.
Your winner on the red corner, Rico Mandibula Tarbert.